Bong 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 bong. SeanNetworkNews. All right, let's talk about news on April of the third of 2021. Alright, hi guys, and welcome to a new episode on the channel. And today we will be talking about a lot of things. But first of all, let's go on with our first data point here. It's right here. It is the little place that we call the United States of America. Not the smallest country in the world, but not the largest country either. And just one of the countries with the largest GDP ever. Now that is just plain awesome. And there are two new Sesame Street characters. And we all know Sesame Street. We all grew up from it. And Sesame Street is, well, it's where two new black characters, Wes and Elijah, have been able and were welcomed into the Sesame Street family to help viewers learn about the race and racism. They are, as you can see, two black characters. And racism is when the people are treated badly because of their skin color or the culture or nationality. The two new puppets, Elijah and Wes, feature in a new series of sketches called the ABCs of Racial Literacy. As the part of the series, the Sesame Street has released a music video where characters sing about feeling strong in their skin. You can watch it there at the teenworld.com at TWJ-Giant. Okay, let's get next up to this place. Peru. The ancient spider mural was discovered, and archaeologists in the Nova, Peru have found a 3,200-year-old spider mural. The archaeologists studied the ancient man-made objects to understand the history, and the mural's wall paintings was part of a shrine built by the Capiznic people who lived more than 3,000 years ago. An expert said that the mural would have marked the site of a water ceremony. It's very weird, but I still do not know why spiders are related to the water. And that is how it seems to work. Okay, now let's get on with our next place. Here. In Ferrara, Italy, where a record-breaking cherry has been grown. Now, scientists from the University of Bologna have grown the world's heaviest cherry. It took about 10 years of crossbreeding different types of cherries to develop a variety known as Sweet Stephanie. Now, the fruit was grown at Salvi Vivi Orchard last year in 2020, but experts have now confirmed it as the world's weightiest cherry. It weighs 26.45 grams and beat the previous record holder, actually grown in Chile, by 2.52 grams. Wow, now that's worth the Guinness Book of Records. Welcome to Zamibia. And in Zamibia, a 16-year referee has taken charge of a football match between two of Zamibia's leading clubs on the 24th of March. And rival Mopotel told the BBC that the game between the Zesco United and the Force Rangers was the biggest one that the 16-year-old has done so far. He hopes now that the Zambian Football Association can help him with his career, and Mopotela has been refereeing since he was actually 13 years old when an ankle injury stopped his dreams of becoming a footballer. I was completely unfazed, he said. Once I step on the pitch, I don't look at my age or the big players. I am the man in charge. And that is true. Welcome to our next destination. Where in the Suez Canal, if Egypt there was a giant ship blocking the busy canal that has been freed, and on 23rd of March, a huge ship got stuck in the Suez Canal, causing a traffic jam of hundreds of ships. And the Suez Canal is a man-made waterway 120 miles long that connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea. It's one of the world's biggest shipping routes, and experts think that 400-meter ship called the Ever Given got blown by strong winds into the shallow waters, and on 29th of March, it was pulled out of the way. Okay, we're going here. Well, in Tel Aviv, Israel, there is no clear winner in the election. Now, there was no clear winner in the election on 23rd of March in Israel. Neither the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu nor his opponents won enough votes to actually form a government. And if a party does not win enough votes, it can team up with other parties to form a government, and known as a coalition. If parties can't agree to work together, another election will have to be held. And this was Israel's fourth election in 2 years. Wow. Awesome. Let's go all the way to the United Arab Emirates, where in Dubai, a painting has raised 45 million euros for charities. The world's largest canvas painting has been sold for 45 million euros in Dubai of the United Arab Emirates. Now, it's the artwork, which is by the British artist Shah Jaffrey, covers 1,600 square meters and took about 7 months to complete. The work, called The Journey of Humanity, was divided into the 70 pieces that Jafari planned to sell individually. But a businessman actually brought the whole artwork, and Johnny said that he will give all the money to the charities that help people. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a good and wise choice, Jaffrey. Time to go to India. Now, on 29th of March, Hindus in India and around the world have celebrated the holiday Holi, the festival, to mark the start of the spring, and splashing water on each other and covering themselves in the brightly colored powders, which are the thousands of people took place in the festivities. And the colorful powders symbolize fertility, the love, and victory of the good over evil. However, the number of people in India catching COVID-19 has been recently rising, and some of the country's states have become banned public holiday celebrations. Even so, in some areas, festivals still went ahead, and it's just plain beautiful. In Cox's Bazar of Bangladesh, a huge blaze has hit a refugee camp, and on March 22nd, a fire swept through a Rohingya refugee camp, and at least 11 people have died while 300 are missing. A refugee is a person who has left their home country because of war, and a person who has left their country because of war or the threat of violence. The Rohingya are a group of people who are mostly Muslim, and they fled to Bangladesh from Myanmar to escape violence. The fire was left around 45,000 people without shelter, but work is to rebuild the camp soon. And it better be soon, because these refugees aren't going to stay here forever. In Dubai of the United Arab Emirates, a painting has been raised for 45 million euros for charities, and the world's largest canvas painting. Okay, either other than that previous guy, let's go up to the next part. In Myanmar, now protests have continued to despite the crackdown, and on March 27th of 2021, 114 people were killed by Myanmar security forces, and many of those people who died were protesting against the military, which took control of the country on February 1st, and when they arrested Myanmar's elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi. Despite the danger, demonstrations are calling for an end to the military rule, and it's just plain awesome. It's getting way better every day. And so that is the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, please, right now. Please, I'll click it for you. Ticka, ticka, tick, boop, 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 boop. Tick.